Hey guys, Keeps here, and welcome to episode 4 of the Red Bull Leipzig series. We've played 5 games since we were last with you, and we've done not too bad, so we'll look at that in a second. But I just wanted to start off with showing you some stats of the players. So, as you can see, since the last episode, Yusuf Poulsen and Timo Werner have scored a good few goals in the last 5 games. They're on 7 each. A couple of assists here and there as well. But interestingly enough, it is the two wing backs that are on 3 goals each behind them. So it's very good to see that the wing backs are certainly giving a lot of problems to the defenders. But been really happy with the two performances of the two strikers recently, so that's why I wanted to highlight that just at the start of the video to show that's them finally coming into it, and I think with the familiarity of the tactic going up, that's certainly making a difference. So on to the fixtures. Well, look, so last time we were with you, we finished on the Werder Bremen game where we had a 1-0 loss. We did actually continue with another loss straight after that against Schalke. It was very disappointing. As you can see, it was a fairly even game. They did have more possession than us, but in terms of chances, almost exactly the same. Obviously, Halstenberg did not have a good game. He did come off eventually in that game, but you know, we did have the chances to score. We had the better chances overall, but we just couldn't take them. So that was really disappointing. But then we went on a 3-game run that was really good. So 2 away games, Zenit and Bayer Leverkusen. The Zenit game was really pleasing. Some of the goals in this were really good, and it was such a good game to watch. I'll show you later the highlights of all these games, and this one was definitely one of the top ones there. The top one for sure, though, has to be the Leverkusen game. After going 1-0 down after 17 minutes, the response was outstanding, and I can't believe how well we done. Should have been 5, as you can see, Yusuf Poulsen with the 93rd minute penalty, but the response and teamwork from the rest of that game after the goal was outstanding, and I couldn't fault them at all. Going into the Wolfsburg game, again, good game, 2 good finishes. As you can see again, pretty even. We did the least possession again, so as I said, we'll maybe look at that in another episode, the tactic and how it's been performing, because it has been underperforming in certain areas where I'd like it to be a bit stronger, so we'll maybe take that as a separate episode just to overview everything that's happened so far. And then the final game, which was disappointing, Champions League, Group E, you know, first loss in Champions League, wasn't the great performance in the world, and we feel that it could have done better. Overall, though, I think it was disappointing the fact that we did have better chances and we should have came away with the win overall. But we're still doing good in the Champions League. If we go to competitions, we're top. We won 2, lost 1. Porto behind us. They've two draws, 2 nil-nil draws. So it was disappointing even more to find out that we've gave them their first win when we could have went, potentially 5 points clear of everyone else. So looking at the table as well, we're sitting in 5th, which is pretty good at this point in the season. Especially with a couple of injury problems as well early on. The cup, we've got that coming up soon. That'll be in the next episode, the cup game. But yeah, wins have been good. Losses been disappointed with. But in overall performances, we can't have too many complaints. We just need to take more chances. That's about it. We did try for a transfer. We did try and bring in Cyprian, although we don't have enough finances just now, so it was relying on instalments and a loan. It didn't quite work out, but we'll maybe go and look at bring him in January. He's a good player, but prying him away from these could be difficult. As you can see, we've got him 54% scouted, and my scouts think he's really good. Currently operating a good Bundesliga standard already, and he's got a higher potential to go even higher than that, so he's one that we look to bring in. So from there, we'll just take a quick look at the finances just to show you the situation that we are in. So we are overspending on the budget and we don't have an awful lot of big balance left. So in January, we are thinking that maybe 1 or 2 players will have to go. There certainly is some that I can see going. Cunha, we've got a third goalkeeper here, Shauner. He's not someone that I can see playing, and you can get better goalkeepers for cheaper. So for getting 2 million for him, I would take the money. And maybe trying to offload the likes of Hannes Wolf, maybe see how he develops over the next couple of months, and we'll find out then. So we'll just take a quick rundown of what's to come. So we don't really have many big games until the end of December, when the break in Germany happens. So I think the next episode will be just highlights of some of the best goals and things like that and moments over the next 2 months, and I will just for the next episode play through all these, get them out of the way. Uh, because there isn't too many big games where I could say, oh, we'll focus on this, apart from the Dortmund game, and that would probably be the only one that I would focus on. So the next episode, maybe a day or two, just to let me get through all these games and see how we got on there, and it'll be a good little overview just to see how it goes in the long run. So I'll now go on to the highlights, and we'll see how we get on there. So as you can see, this is a Schalke game. They scored 2 good goals, and overall we can't complain really about this game with the goals they scored. Overall we felt the chances to win, but it just didn't work out. Zenit game, really good performance, some really good goals. I think this is the Bubakar Samari one. It was an excellent finish. Yeah, top drawer. Can't complain really. Poor to concede that kind of goal, but again, no complaints. And then top it off, this was a really nice goal as well. So good goal, good game. Happy. Now this is the best game, conceded that earlier on, but when you see the 4 goals, they're all top drawer. I mean, from posting, this is wonderful. And then Werner here, he's just sent him behind, and he does what he does best, scores goals. This is the game that I would have said so far that shows how I want the game to be played, how I want the team to play. And we topped it off with this post, and this was just brilliant. Cutting it inside and then just putting it in the top corner. It's brilliant. But yeah, that's how we want to play. We showed it again here against Wolfsburg, back to front in seconds, scoring a goal, the 2 strikers linking up, and then causing problems from set pieces, throw-ins should be used. And then this was a disappointing one, the Porto one. This was great to get from Sumar again, setting up Werner, but yeah, they just got a goal, kind of 60th minute, and they held strong. So in terms of that, we can't be too bothered. So they played better. So that's it for another episode, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this one. We got some good goals to watch there, some good games, some bad games, but that's the way we're learning how to use a tactic. We're learning about the team, and we're constantly making changes. We tried a few different formations out in those games. We tried a few different, partnerships, and some of them worked, some of them didn't, and it's all to do with learning about Leipzig. That's why we chose them. They're a good young team to try and go and improve and try and win something with that they haven't won before, because they're such a new team. But as I said, we'll probably take it up to the Augsburg game next time, just before the January break, so that you've got a lot of games to look at in the next episode, but we'll just show, the odd goals and things like that, because we can't go showing the whole highlights. But we'll hopefully look forward to that. So by the time you see us next, we'll hopefully be in the DFB Pokal 4th round maybe, and we'll hopefully be topping the Champions League group, getting a first seeded draw into the round of 16. But anyway guys, I've been Keebs, and it's been good having you again. See you in the next one. Cheers.